am live. This is a very short-lived live. But I just felt like I gotta come in here and I gotta talk about this. Now, if y'all follow the Maybay, the Ivans, the Tati drama, and all those things, okay, you guys, this is getting serious. There's no more laughing or joking matter about this situation. This is completely wrong and out of line. There's no excuses. Absolutely zero. Okay? Zero. And the mastermind behind all this tragedy leads up all to one human being. This lady has zero soul. No soul at all. Which is sad to me. She has zero, not even for her own child. Hell, let's move everybody else out the equation and let's just talk about Tati alone. Today, I literally watched her live when her and her mother was going through the things with Trey and this, and she was out and she was drinking and she was just pouring her little poor heart out. You guys, I have a daughter myself. I would never want to see my daughter in this type of distress. This wouldn't sit right on my heart. But her mother doesn't even care enough about her feelings besides criticizing her and telling her how she's making her look bad on the internet. When it comes to my children, fuck this internet. Please excuse my language. But this is something I'm really compassionate about. This child, what she has went through as things are being trickled and sprinkled out, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. It's crazy. Hell with everybody else. Let's talk about Tati, baby. This lady, that's why she clings on to that baby so tough. Because she never was able, I don't think she's ever been able to receive true love. And see, Princess, she is the definition of true love because there's no corruption in her. Because she's growing and she's loving. That's why Tati is so attached to that baby. I want to say maybe this is the first time she's ever felt genuine love. Is through that child. And the higher power puts things in place for a reason. That baby was placed in her life for a reason. This child is lost. Hell with her mama. Her mama can't see past herself, let alone see her daughter, grown or not. That child is crying out even as an adult. And I say child because I'm an adult. That child is crying out. And it's falling up on deaf ears when it comes to her mothers. But I'm listening. From this day forward, I will have no judgment about Tati on whatever she does. Period. Because I can't say I can only imagine because I can't imagine anybody else's pain, only my own. But I can empathize with her. Her mother is dead ass wrong. And shout out to I got my karma. Lady, you ain't hit karma yet. You ain't felt karma yet, lady. Karma ain't hit you yet. Look at your child. Put this damn internet shit down. Get in tune with your child that is hurting. We don't know about the other child because he's not on the internet. But this child right here, we see the damage in her. This child is broken, hurt. For all the things her mother has displayed to her. And now that she's an adult, she knows that none of it was correct. She's empty inside. So her mother is empty inside too. Let me explain something to you guys. You guys, I grew up in a DV household. Me watching my father treat my mother as such. As a young girl, I said I would never ever tolerate or put up with what I see. So I made sure when I had children, they would never have to see DV ever between me and their father. And they never witnessed it at all. I had to set that foundation because witnessing that traumatized me in every which way. I end up in special ed because it was a lot of trauma. It was times we couldn't go to work because my mother was scared, so we would have, not go to work, go to school, because my mother would be afraid of what my father would do to her. So we would stay home as her protector because, y'all, my mother was handicapped. So she couldn't fight her. We had to fight her battles with our father for her. We had to protect her as young children, all four of us. Yes, we did. I was the youngest. So I was pulled out of school a lot because my mother would leave and then she would go back. And when she would leave, of course, I love my dad. Don't get me wrong, you guys. It didn't make me not love my dad. Did I like his actions? Absolutely not. But it didn't take the love away that I had for him. But did it build up some resentment towards him? Absolutely it did. Because he shouldn't have did that. Even for his own children's sake. So now I put myself in Tati's the pain and the hurt. See, some people will carry childhood trauma on them and hold it in and continue to age in life but never been able to release the pain that is locked up inside of them. And they hold it and they hoard it and it almost does wear and tear to their soul. You understand what I'm saying? Me, I wasn't going to wear that trauma on me. I dropped that backpack off where it lay. But everybody ain't me. Some people hold it. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't wear that. That wasn't my skin. That was what I've been through, and I wasn't going to let it affect me in life. It affected me a lot, enough as a child that I wasn't going to bring it into my adult age and then transmit it onto my children. See, that's what happened with May. May was done wrong, so she felt that it was okay. But she can't no way you can say you felt this was okay if you knew how you felt about it when you was going through it and how it hurt you. Why wouldn't you want to protect your child? I protected my children against DV. So when I chose their father, he couldn't have the sense of, he even wanted to call me out of my name. That was just, it was triggering for me. So I laid down the law as we build our family, we build out our children, things that I would not tolerate or stand for. And I meant it from the pit of my soul. If I got to choose my husband versus my children are who I choose. Period. That's just what it is. I can give you guys an example. One day my daughter did something, I was gone, and her father, I guess he disciplined her. And it was a whip. When I tell you, he no longer became their dad, my lover, my husband. He was an enemy to me. And I told him right then that day, I said, if you ever put your hands on my child again or do any of this, I promise to goodness, they gonna come pick me up and I'm gonna be in that cage for say. Cause I'm gonna commence to whooping yo till I can't no more. He ain't never touched my daughter since that day. I don't think he meant to do it, but he ain't never whooped her again since that day. That was enough for him. That's why I know it wasn't done out of malice. Now, if he proceeded to keep on, he never hit my daughter again a day in her life. Now that in her young, 32 years of age, she don't even remember that. She was a smaller child. She's like 3 years old. But I let him know. I laid down the law right then and there. This ain't going down, sir. Yeah, I love you, but I love my children more. And see, maybe what she does is she takes her trauma and she owns it, and she's never dealt with it herself. That's why it's okay for her to do certain things and she see that it ain't no big, because look at me, I'm still here. I touched a million twice. What the fuck? That million did no good for you. What you should have did was invested some of that money in counseling. Got yourself right so these children, this daughter of yours, could ease some of the pain. Maybe if you acknowledged it and sat down with her and let her get it all out, laid on the table without judgment and without you bringing in why you did it, because this is what you know. We're going to set you aside. You grown. And what we're going to do is we're going to focus on this baby right here that's hurting. This baby is hurting. I will never speak bad about that girl ever in life. What in your right mind would convince you to watch a video of your child? I don't even want to imagine my children doing. My daughter has children. So does my son. But I don't want to imagine how they were made. That picture, me talking about it right now is ugh. Because I don't even want to imagine that. That's my child. That's sickening. That's sickening. That's not right. This lady is a mental case that has never been diagnosed. This lady has some severe issues. And she have projectile those onto her child. How you could have fixed it was you could have changed it. You didn't change it. You proceeded to go on with that type of living. Not sparing your children of anything. You say you love your children, but do you really love your children? Tati, get your baby and take your baby far away from your mother. I'm sorry. She say she want to make up for what she did with them grandkids. That's a lie. It's a lie. When that Brandy was on there combing that hair, she wants control. That lady wants full control. That's why she's so pissed about the situation with the baby boy. And kudos to that mother for standing up. You heard me? She stood up to this lady. This lady shouldn't be allowed to be around any children. Cat, you stupid as fuck. Get your kids out of there. What are you doing? Do you see the damage she has done to her children? And you want to allow this lady to stay in your children's life? Something wrong with you. She got you at a young age. I look at those pictures back in the day. You was a young child as well. You too is suffering from her trauma. Whether you know it or not, get your kids away from that. That lady is a narcissist, a control freak. And when she don't have control, she lose it. Hell with Whitney, she's a lost case, a lost cause. Ain't no way I could sit next to a woman that has done half the shit this lady has done and say, oh, I just love her. I just got to have her. What is wrong with your obsession? It's something in Whitney that's fucked up too. Look at her. That lady ain't right with self. And maybe ain't doing nothing but damaging her more. But that's on her. Ivan, on the other hand, let's talk about him. He had childhood trauma from his mother, whatever she did in her life. So then he see this big fat lady promising she gonna protect him from all that. So come on in here. So now they're doing all these things, and she's implementing all her malice and just evilness into this man. And he, in a sense, was Whitney too, except he broke off. I just want May, whatever May, because I heard him say, whatever May wants, she gets. That's not a man. That's your master controlling you. More like a master type of situation versus a relationship and a couple situation. She disrespects this wife of hers left and right every chance she get. She don't even want her. But at this end, that's the only person that I think really she feels that really cares for her. And her caring for her is some trauma that she dealing with within herself. Because ain't nobody in their right mind going to look at this lady and say, I love her and be with her no matter. No, this is sick on both ends. Ivan, with the video, with Tati and all that, hell, I don't know. I don't know how to feel on that. Because it's like people say, oh, don't make no excuse for him. He was an adult. Da, 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 da. You guys, sometimes people's minds do not develop until they are away from the person that is controlling it. Not saying excusing him for anything, but he was in a situation. And I feel like now he's starting to realize, hey, this lady right here, for him to say what he said and to even implement himself, that's showing that he's waking up. He may not be fully woke, but he's waking up and he's seeing those things are not correct. A lot of things I think he cannot bring out on this internet because the judgment that he will get on him. Under being under this lady narcissist's wing, he can't just, he cannot just come out and say everything because judgment will be cast on him. And I think he's afraid of that. So if he's in counseling, I hope he's getting it all out there. The internet is not counseling. Because just the little bit he did get out, it's no excuse. It's just whoop, 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 whoop on him. And I'm not saying we should be easy on him. Right is right, wrong is wrong. He was adult, you guys, but he was adult grown up. He was adult that was groomed by his oppressor. So I don't understand it, but I understand it. And the internet they will put you on trial and they will ding you guilty, even when he's trying to save his own self. You understand what I'm saying? He'll never give you guys everything. Even at this point, I believe this is a shutdown for him. Look how they're tearing him up. But they asked for it. But when he speaks on it, it's a tear up. So he probably ain't gonna speak on shit else. Because look at this. But to just take the little leap that he did take, kudos to Ivan. He said it was wrong. That's why he said what he said. He know it wasn't wrong. Didn't sit right on him. Don't sit right on him. He's only giving you guys sprinkles because he has to see the reaction. And after what I'm looking and I'm hearing thus far, he ain't gonna let out too much more. That he will instantly shut down. I'm not saying we should say poor Ivan, none of that. But if he give us a little bit and we tear him down, he's not gonna say nothing else, and I don't blame him. Who are y'all? This is something this man is fighting with, probably been fighting with for a long time. Who are we to judge? May, on the other hand, she just evil and malice and don't give a fuck. Because she say it all the time. She don't give a fuck. Yeah, I did wrong. The people can't change. Everybody just gonna come down. You see, this is a narcissistic personality. Ivan doesn't display that. I'm not saying we got to feel sorry for him. He's wrong. Yes, he's an adult. He was wrong. But then again, you guys got to remember how all this came into play. How this lady took this precious little young boy and corrupted his mind so tough that right now he's just now realizing, hey, a lot of that shit was fucked up. But when you're living in the moment, you don't realize it until you get out of it. And you start looking back on it. Then you realize, guys, I used to be a daddy's girl. Love my daddy to death. Even though whatever he did to my mama, I didn't like him for that part. But I love my daddy to death. Don't talk about my daddy. But my daddy, at the end of his life, it took the end of his life to apologize to his children and try to right his wrong. But it was too late. The higher power has spoken. He didn't have much time left. So he tried with everything in him to try to fix and mend the things that he did. He realized. And it took all the way to that point for him to realize it was wrong. And everything he did, because we would mention when he was out there and his life wasn't on the line and they didn't diagnose him and didn't tell him he only had this much time in life, he told us we were all lying. That none of the things that we said happened ever happened. Because he himself knew it was so horrific. He didn't even want to process it or fathom it. So he just pushed it to the side as a lie until his last days is when he came with my mother and us and tried to right his wrong. And hey, sometimes that's what it takes, you guys. I'm going to get off here. This was a short, quick one. If you guys watch it, please watch #replay. I'm trying to build my channel. I would be greatly appreciated if you guys help me with this. Subscribe to my channel and do everything you can do. Because right now, I really am wanting to give my grandkids a better life. And this is the route and the avenue that I choose to go. Everybody have a blessed day. Bye, guys. thank you for anybody that views and watches. I am greatly appreciated. And please, please subscribe to my channel so I can grow my channel and I can do what I want to do, you guys. I'm it. I just haven't been discovered yet. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.